Man, we are so close to just the NBA offseason being in full swings, moves being made left and right, but a video I wanted to make before everything goes down is the other part of the Alex Caruso, Josh Giddey deal, so let's take control of the OKC Thunder. And in my opinion, the Thunder have a really good chance to have the best team on paper next year. Yeah, even better than the reigning NBA champion Boston Celtics with this deal. Because this team defensively is going to be absolutely insane with Shea, Caruso, Dort, J-Dub, and Chet. Now, I know they need to add a big man this offseason for sure. They still have the 12th overall pick. They still have cap space and still so many draft picks going forward as well. So we have to make the Caruso for Giddey deal after the team player option. So yeah, we have the 12th overall pick. I thought about, like, the Thunder could maybe use another shot creator, right? Like, J-Dub, do you rely on him to being somebody that can take over a game this early in his career? Or do we try to go out and get Paul George? That could be a possibility. And with the 12th overall pick, I'm going to get Devin Carter out of Providence, who fell to us here. Kind of a similar play style to Alex Caruso, but in my opinion, could be much more impactful on the offensive end. But he could definitely be in a trade if we had to go out and trade for Paul George. So we're going to pick up all these team options. I want to add another big man, and I do want to add maybe another shot creator if it's Paul George. If it's not Paul George on that level, it could be like a Jordan Clarkson or somebody like that, but I prefer to go after PG. And I honestly think 2K will allow me to just do this straight up. Yeah, like, no way they're going to decline that. Okay, cool. And Alex Caruso, I believe, is able to get a 4-year, $80 million extension. So $20 million a year isn't bad. I mean, if Giddey played well this year, he was definitely going to get more than that on the open market. And you're paying Shea all this money. He's going to be eligible for Supermax by the time this contract is up. You're going to have to pay J-Dub in a year, Chet in a year. Dort only has 2 more years. So I think trying to lock in a Caruso extension is wise, and it's going to save you a little bit long term. And it could probably even be descending as well as Caruso goes into his like age 33, 34 season. So we should have a little bit of cap space, right? We have $31 million. Now, it would be very tough to go out and try to trade for Paul George if I spend money on a really good big man right now. So I don't know, like, I could just try to sign PG. I would have to free up around $8 million to do so, which I don't know. Man, because, like, I could probably do that, right? With Kenrich Williams and Ousmane Dieng, just send them both, or like Lindy Waters. And we're going to send them both to Utah. They're going to help me out, take on some of my cap here, and they're going to give me a 2027 Cavs unprotected first-round pick. So can we go out and sign Paul George? Can we convince him to come to Oklahoma City? I will give him this max deal, a reunion, where he probably had the best year of his career in OKC back in 2019. Will we get him? Yes, we do. So welcome back to the OKC Thunder, Paul George. That is what I'm talking about. That's why I kind of wanted to do this before free agency, because I think they'll be rumored in Paul George sweepstakes, but if he leaves the Clippers, I think it's more likely he goes to Philly, maybe Golden State, maybe New York, maybe Orlando, maybe Miami. But yeah, I'd probably get, or I'm probably going to bet he's going to go back to the Clippers, but I think it'd be a really cool idea if he can go to the Oklahoma City Thunder, as I should be able to win a title, and I should win the title every single year of this video. Like, start today still glitches for me, so I had to do this like before the season started, and the Thunder won it all in that simulation as well. So we definitely need a good big man that can rebound, and that could be Andre Drummond, okay? Or we could sign Andre Drummond with my mid-level exception, and that could also come into play in a trade as well. So 2 years, $16 million. And I'm just gonna look for some of the best rebounders on the open market right now and seeing who I can possibly pick up. Like, I'm not obviously getting any of these guys at the top. Obviously, we really can't dish out $30 million a year. I mean, Zubats, we could try to do a trade with the Clippers. Like, we could give them some of their picks back. We could move Chet to the 4. I mean, yeah, like, that is definitely a possibility. I would love maybe Mark Williams on this team. We could give the Hornets a ton of assets for him. Mitchell Robinson, we could probably get as well. Wendell Carter Jr., I think, would even be possible. Jalen Duren for sure. So what about, I mean, Jalen Duren, oh, he got a payday from the Orlando Magic. All right, so do I want Mitchell Robinson, Wendell Carter Jr.? Mark Williams would be nice, I can't lie. All right, let's try Mark Will, because I don't really have to pay him yet, and I do think we can give the Hornets a decent return. So Andre Drummond, Ousmane Dieng, the Heat lottery protected first rounder next year, and I don't want to give them that swap, but I'll give you this nice swap in 2026. That pick's going to be pretty valuable. Will they accept this offer for Mark Williams, who struggled to stay healthy in the first 2 years of his career, and they agree to that? Wow. This team is going to be so good, man. It's going to be so good here in 2025. Did LeBron end up going back? Okay, he hasn't signed yet. I don't know. He's probably going to sign with the Detroit Pistons. That's what always happens in this game. I don't know why. Or the Jazz. It makes no sense. And we take a look here at play progression. Paul George does regress. I mean, it's a massive contract, but as long as we get a ring, it doesn't matter. Damn. Caruso's regressing as well. And I'm debating how I want this team to look like. I don't know. Like, Lou Dort and Alex Caruso may both come off the bench. And we're going to have Mark Williams at the 5. Wow, this is kind of insane. Shea And the person that they traded away back in 2019, the summer of 2019, to get Shea and all those picks is back here in Oklahoma City, which is crazy. We got J-Dub, Chet, Mark Will, Lou Dort, Isaiah Joe, Casey Wallace, Aaron Wiggins, Alex Caruso, Devin Carter, Jay Will. This team is so deep. So I think for the regular season, it's going to be like 35 to Shea, 32 to PG, J-Dub, Chet, and then 26 to Mark Williams. We're going to have Dort, Caruso, Wallace, Isaiah Joe, and Aaron Wiggins off the bench. And then I think I'm going to give these 5 minutes to Jay Will. So Devin Carter won't even be getting minutes in year number 1. We're 4-star balance under Mark Daigneault. And yeah, like we have Devin Carter waiting in the wings if we can't bring back Caruso, which I would like to bring him back. But like eventually, like when Isaiah Joe is a free agent, they'd probably get outbid for him. Or Aaron Wiggins, like now we got replacements for them. First game of the season is on the road against the Detroit Pistons. And we only won by 1. Well, they have LeBron James now. Paul George drops 31 points in his homecoming game, or just first game back with the Oklahoma City Thunder. We beat the Cavs by 25, 2K's darling. Oh man, yeah, this is going to be, I think, a lot of fun. This team could win 50 plus games. No, 70 plus games. I don't know, man. This could break the record for like Oklahoma City's franchise record for most wins in a season. We just started off 6-0. Man, Shea's gonna do his thing now. I'm fine with Paul George averaging 16 points because it would be pretty cool to get him a ring as well. And we are here at the trade deadline with a 38-13 record. We are on a really good winning streak right now, but I think it was like, yeah, mid to end of November, we actually lost a decent amount of games, specifically in the play-in tournament, or excuse me, in-season tournament as well. We're currently on a 12-game winning streak. We are the 1 seed, though, in the Western Conference. If we take a look here at offense, we are number 1 in the West. Love to see that. And defense, we are number 1 as well, and by far have the best point differential in the West, and would have the best point differential in the NBA. So Shea, putting up MVP caliber numbers, great complementary pieces, good rebounding from Mark Williams. This team is in prime position to go out and hopefully win a title here in Oklahoma City for the first time since they moved here. Just gonna ignore what happened in the simulation last year. Now, Alex Caruso, would he re-sign? Beautiful, he will. I'm not gonna give him the 4-year $80 million that he could get, but I will give him like a 3-year extension worth $10 million a year. You know what? If I could bring back Isaiah Joe, I will. I'll give him a 3-year deal. Like, we don't have to pay J-Dub and Chet yet. Like in 2K, you can't give their rookie extensions a year before their final deal, like what Scotty Barnes just got. So like Chet and J-Dub are going to be eligible for those next offseason in 2025, but this game won't allow you to do it till they're in 2026 free agency. So we do have some time. So that's why I can kind of re-sign Aaron Wiggins and Isaiah Joe, and those will match up perfectly where I'm not in the luxury tax for too long of a period. So we can keep this core around. I don't think we should make any trades. I'm having fun with this team. This team could win a finals this year, so let's go out and do so. All right, so Luka Doncic ends up winning MVP this year, not Shea. He gets the first of his career. Donovan Clingan, drafted at number 11, is your Rookie of the Year. 6th Man of the Year, Bones Highland in Los Angeles. I wonder what that team does look like now in a year without Paul George. Shout out to Scoot getting most improved. Mark Daigneault, Coach of the Year, though, 64-18. We love to see that. No Shea on All-NBA first team. All right, kind of snubbed there. Look at that efficiency, man. If we didn't have Paul George and some of these other good guys on the team, like he could have averaged 30 points per game. We do get Shea on all defensive first team as well, and we are the 1 seed in the Western Conference. So we do own the Clippers first rounder this year, so that's why just stealing Paul George from them could be like another like blow. But if the Thunder wanted to outbid any other team, they can, and they could just be like, if Paul George opts in, they do a trade, they could just give them their 25 first back, 26 first back, and I think they'd be inclined to do that trade for sure, because this team is kind of gross, and they didn't bring back James Harden either, which is definitely questionable. So yeah, Shea was phenomenal. Chet was really good in year number 2. There's J-Dub, who was also really good in year number 3. Then we still have Paul George, Mark Will, Lou Dort, and Caruso on the perimeter off the bench defensively is insane, and Ed and Casey Wallace as well. It's kind of wild. So I'm a big Aaron Wiggins guy, but I don't think I'm going to play him for the playoffs, unfortunately. Like, this roster is just too deep. I think I'm going to go like 10 minutes to Isaiah Joe. We're going to go 14 to Wallace is fine. I don't even think I'm going to play Jay Will that many minutes, right? So we're just going to go 38 to Shea, 34 to Paul George, 34 to J-Dub, 34 to Chet. We'll do 30 to Mark Will, and then 23 to the wings off the bench. And here we go. We're taking on the Utah Jazz here in round number 1. They got Keontae George, Colin Sexton, Markkanen, Hendricks, Kessler. They got Malcolm Brogdon there, Jordan Clarkson, Omar Yurtseven. Who did they draft? Kalel Ware looks like, and they got Ethan Almanza. Game number 1 does go to the OKC Thunder. We beat them by 31 points. Chet had 31 and 11. Shea had 35 and 12. Game 2 does go to the Jazz. Wow. They beat us by 17. That is kind of shocking, I will not lie. All right, 4 for 13 for Chet, 6 for 15 in this game for Paul George. Not great. Game number 3, if we go down to... all right. All right. We lose by 7 in Utah. 2K, you're pissing me off. You're pissing me off with this. Why do you got to do this to me? If they went up 3-1, I would have lost my shit. We do tie it up, though, 2-2. We do take a 3-2 lead. We win 121-108. And can we win 3 in a row? Yes, we can. We end up winning in 6. Why did it have to go to 6? I do not know. But Shea dropped 30. J-Dub 24. Mark Dub, we can call him 23 and 14. 10 assists for Kaysen. And now we're taking on the LA Lakers in round number 2, who don't have LeBron James anymore because he's in Detroit. Game 1, host of the Thunder. We end up winning by 4. All right, kind of a close game. 88-24, Hashimura 20. We should sweep this team if they have no LeBron. We beat them by 10. Shea with 34, 7-7, 4 steals as well. Game number 3 goes to the OKC Thunder. We win by 5. Playoff P shows up in this one. He's having a very good playoff series, being efficient as a secondary scoring option. And we sweep the LA Lakers. Shea with 31. J-Dub with 23. Paul George with 18, 9, and 5. And we are in the conference finals to take on the Denver Nuggets. So the Nuggets did beat the Kings in 7 games. Wow, this was a very entertaining Game 7. The Kings almost made a historic comeback. Wow, Denver getting flashbacks to Game 7 against the Timberwolves this year. That is insane. So will the Nuggets beat us, or are we going to beat them? They win Game 1 by 11. All right, do we have the firepower? Wow, just Paul George, Mark Williams, and Alex Caruso shot 10 for 31. That is disgusting. And the Nuggets take a 2-0 lead. All right, we may have to make some lineup adjustments. Chet has not shot the ball great in this series so far. I don't know. I mean, please win Game 3. Do not go down 3-0. Okay, we do win Game 3 by 3 points on the road. Every road team has won so far. Can we keep that trend? Nope, we go down 3-1. Wow, we lost by 1. Are you kidding me? Shea with 34, Paul George with 25, Chet with a double-double. Game 5 goes to the Thunder. All right, we stay alive. Why are we barely beating them? This is scary. Game 6 in in Denver. Oh my God. We're already down by 11. Can we force a Game 7? Please go down with the fight. Oh my God, we're down by 15. You guys just didn't show up whatsoever. Oh my God. Wow, we ended up losing by 26 points to Jokic and the Nuggets. Shea showed up. Chet didn't. J-Dub didn't. Paul George only took 9 shots. Vu Dort didn't show up. All right. That is very disappointing. And the Orlando Magic win the 2025 NBA Finals, and Paolo Banchero goes God mode and wins Finals MVP. I mean, that's pretty sick. I mean, he was terrible in Game 7, though. He shot 4 for 18 and 1 for 12 from 3. Damn, I guess I was so cocky. I'm like, I should be winning it every single year of this video, and we lose it in year number 1. That is insane. A couple of Thunder legends retire there in Chris Paul and Russell Westbrook. And we do retire Russell Westbrook's jersey. I know Chris Paul isn't a Thunder legend, but he did have a good year in OKC. So draft lottery time. We do have the Clippers first round pick. It's projected at number 6, and it is going to actually drop 3 spots. Oh my God. To number 9, we do have Philly's pick at 24 and Utah's pick at 17. We're going to look to bring back Mark Daigneault on a nice extension, and then also just seeing here at the mock drafts. Yeah, like at 9, like, I don't know. Are these guys ever going to play for us? Like, we couldn't even play Devin Carter last. I wonder if the Suns would do this. Isaiah Joe, Vu Dort, Aaron Wiggins, and Devin Carter for Kevin Durant. I mean, do we get another Thunder legend to return? I don't think they'll do this, but I'm going to offer it to them. Okay, I didn't think they were going to accept that. I mean, even if I threw in like 17 and 24, I would like to keep 9. Okay, I just want... Oh my God, and Dylan Harper fell to 9. You gotta be kidding me. This team is going to be unreal. I thought it was going to take like Dink Pate there, who's still on the board, who I don't know where he's going, just because he was in the G League Ignite on a 2-year contract instead of going to college, and was going to be eligible for the 2025 draft. And then the G League Ignite just disbanded. So we kind of got screwed over. I'm going to go Trey Johnson here with our next pick, and then the legend Dame Sarr here with our final first. So yeah, this team is actually stacked. We got VJ Miller in the second round, Mator Bajnak as well. We're going to pick up all these team options. Like, I could make another big trade if I wanted to. I don't know who that would be for, unless it's to upgrade the Mark Williams spot. And the only guy I would think about would be like Evan Mobley from the Cleveland Cavaliers, but I do believe he's about to get a payday, and I don't know if I'll be able to match that. I mean, 36 mil, we could see. We could see if we can match or get that in a trade. I will have to use my mid-level exception on somebody, so let's use it on Bones Highland. He may have some good trade value, so let's do that. And I'm going to try to go out and get Evan Mobley to add to this team and upgrade the Mark Williams spot. So I assume Evan Mobley's going back to Cleveland. Yep. And now let's give Cleveland an offer they can't refuse for Evan Mobley. And hopefully a Mobley-Chet like big man duo would be like just insane. I don't know if we're going to be able to get this done. I would include Isaiah Joe. All right, he's only 4 stars, which is good. Bones Highland. I would include Aaron Wiggins probably. Yeah, I'll include Aaron Wiggins. All right, we're there. I will give you Dylan Harper, who has 3.5 stars. All right, does this get it done for Evan Mobley? Oh my God, I didn't even have to throw in any picks. Oh my God, and then this team still has all these Spurs down the line. And I didn't even have to throw in Mark Williams. Oh my God, I didn't even put in Mark Williams in this deal. So Mark Williams is going to the bench. That's how good our bench is going to be. Yeah, our starting 5 is going to be Shea at the 1, Paul George at the 2, I guess J-Dub at the 3. Yeah, Mobley at the 4, Chet at the 5. This is unreal. If I don't win the finals next year, I don't get it. So Shea actually regresses, it says, but it still says he's a 99 in the top left. Chet's a 93, 94. Evan Mobley is a 91, 92. There's J-Dub, Paul George, Mark Williams. This team is unreal. All right, so let's construct this 2026 rotation. We're going to have Paul George, yeah, there, and then J-Dub. I think Paul George isn't going to play a ton of minutes. He's 35. We could slow him down a little bit. Shea can get 34 this year. We'll do 32 to J-Dub, 32 to Mobley, 32 to Chet. That is just an insane front court. Oh, my God. All right, so then we're going to have Caruso. We're going to have Mark Will. We're going to have Dort, Case, and Wallace off the bench. Like, this bench is insane. And then do I want to give the final spot? Probably not to Jay Will, just because we do have Mark Will off the bench now. So I'm going to give it to Devin Carter, and then I'm probably going to send, like, Trey Johnson to the G League. Yeah, we're going to do that. System proficiency under Dagno is 4.5 star balanced. First game on the road against the Clippers. If we don't win by 20, I'm going to be disappointed. All right, I'm a little disappointed. We only won by 8. Wow. Devin Carter, that's a hell of a debut into the rotation this year. All right, so we're here at the trade deadline with a 44-6 record. Like I said, it would be criminal if this team doesn't win a championship. We are the #1 offensive team. We are the #1 defensive team. We have a point differential greater than the 2 seed by 2 touchdowns, 14 points. That is insane. The Denver Nuggets, though, we're the team that beat us. So you never know. Maybe they will beat us again this year. Shea's leading this team in points. And then you just have Chet and Evan Mobley defensively and offensively. Paul George and J-Dub on the perimeter. Man, and this bench is so good as well. So we can work on an extension with Shea. We might as well just get it done so I never have to worry about it. Lou Dort as a team option. I mean, we'll probably pick that up going into the final year. So I think we're going to be just fine. Let's win a title, please. And there we go. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander wins MVP. Cooper Flagg ended up in Miami? What? How? Wasn't there? Oh, yeah, their pick was water protected. That is crazy. Ace Bailey, 6th man of the year. Depoy Wemby. Jarris Walker, most improved. Clutch players, Anthony Edwards, and we went 72-10. This is just going to turn into an 82-0 challenge at this point with the Thunder. As Shea, All-NBA first team. Do we get anybody else? We do not. Do we get anybody? Okay, well, there's Shea on All-Defensive first team, and we get Evan Mobley there. So Shea wins MVP and is on all defensive first team. That's an insane season. And obviously we are going to be the 1 seed in the Western Conference, taking on the 8 seeded Denver Nuggets. So they have a chance to get revenge on us here in round number 1. Oh, man, if I lose to the Nuggets in round number 1, I will cry. So Caruso was pretty good for us this season. I think he's gonna get 20 minutes off the bench. Same with Mark Will. I think Dort can get 22. But then we have Case and Wallace. I don't even think Devin Carter is gonna play for us in the playoffs, which is just kind of crazy. And then we're gonna go 33 to the front court, 37 to Shea, 32 to Paul George, and then 32 to J-Dub, something like that. I mean, there's only so many minutes that can go around. We should sweep or beat them in 5, right? All right, we sweep them. That gives me a lot of confidence. I mean, we won 70 games this season, so I'd like to think we were going to make light work of the 8 seed, and Shea puts up 31 points. He's in his prime, man. So we're taking on the Sacramento Kings here in round number 2. A fun team. They brought back Malik Monk. Ron Holland could be there on draft night for them at 13. I'm a fan of this Kings team right now, and that could be a route that I could see them going in. Why are we down 2-1? Why are we down 2-1? All right, I don't know. This is scary, man. This is scary. Who's not performing? Shea's performing. All right, Paul George. I'm really getting pandemic P right now. Caruso is not performing. All right, which is fine because I'm just going to go 10 minutes to Caruso, a couple more to Case and Wallace, a little bit less to Paul George, a couple more to J-Dub, Chet, and Evan Mobley. Game number 4 goes to the Thunder. All right, good switches by us. We end up winning by 12. Please win game 5. I don't want to go down 3-2. Boom. We end up winning by 12. Mobley with 28. Game 6. Boom. We win. Let's go. Here we are in the conference finals. Once again, we're taking on the Pelicans, not the Denver Nuggets. And Shea was unreal in that series. And also about the Kings, De'Aaron Fox isn't signing an extension this offseason. I think he would be eligible for the Supermax down the line in 2 years if he makes All-NBA next year. So he may wait for that and wants to see their long-term vision. I mean, I don't know how much we're going to buy into that. Game 1 goes to the Thunder. So I guess going back on that, maybe the Kings make a big move this offseason. Game 2 goes to the Thunder. We end up winning by 20. All right, we're 2 games away from going to the finals, and we're up 3-0. All right, maybe we just got unlucky. playing Jokic, and we just matched up really poorly against them, and we're going to gentlemen sweep the Pelicans to take on the Boston Celtics here in the NBA Finals. Shout out to 2K actually liking the Celtics again, and they still have the same 1 through 5. It's very good. So this could definitely be like the 2025 Finals, Thunder versus Boston. And here we go. Game number 1 goes to the OKC Thunder. We blow them out of the building. Let's go. Game number 2 goes to the Thunder. We ended up winning by a lot again. Evan Mobley with 31 and 15, 7 assists as well. And we win game number 3. Puts us up by 7, and the OKC Thunder sweep the NBA Finals. We go 8-1 in the conference finals and NBA Finals, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander puts up some absurd numbers on insane efficiency and is your finals MVP. Shout out to the Sacramento Kings giving us the biggest fight in the playoffs. So, final year, I can't believe we didn't win it all last year. I thought I was going to go 3 for 3 in this, but I'll settle for 2 for 3. But we still could make another fun big move this offseason. I don't know if we have our first round pick here or like any top picks. I don't think so, because I think we sent the Hornets the 5th overall pick in the Mark Williams deal, so it kind of worked out for them. We don't really own anything here outside of our pick at 30. So with the 30th pick, I got Jovan Ruffin, a wing out of UCLA. I'll sign both my second rounders. AJ Debanta ended up in Philadelphia. Cameron Boozer ended up in Chicago, where his dad ended up playing. Pick up the team option on Lou Dort. We could make another move this offseason for sure. I mean, we're gonna have to pay Mark Dub, J Dub, and Chet here in free agency. Wow, J Will wants 14 mil. Okay, he's probably gone, and he's unrestricted since he was a second rounder. And Chet gets a deal from the Jazz, 4 years, 160. We're gonna be matching that. That's a boatload of money. We're gonna bring back J Dub and Mark Will. Oh, I can't afford Mark Williams. Great. So I don't know if we're going to lose him this offseason, which is fine because I'm going to try to work out. Oh, I can't do this. How much off? 5 mil? Never mind. So I'm actually going to send Trey Johnson, Dame Sarr, and a second to Utah for Taylor Hendricks, and they're giving me a first rounder. Sure, it's the final year anyway. And we're going to get Taylor Hendricks to be the backup big man for us since I'm probably going to lose Mark Williams and J Will. We're definitely going to lose J Will, but I could lose Mark Williams if he doesn't come back on that qualifying offer, which would be kind of crazy. I don't know if I'll be able to match it to go over. I mean, I may end up getting him anyway, so maybe that was a little premature going out and getting Hendricks. He gets a deal from the Pistons, 1 year, 13 mil. Can I match it? Oh, I can. So we brought him back anyway, and we now just have Taylor Hendricks on this team. All right, it's absurd how good this team is. Yeah, like Alex Caruso may not play this season, and he's like in the title and thumbnail of this video. So we're gonna do Shai, Paul George, J-Dub, Mobley, Holmgren again. I think I may just go like 15 minutes to everybody off the bench just so everybody can get involved. Like Wallace, Carter, Mark Williams, Taylor Hendricks gonna get 15 minutes. I gotta go 15 to Lou Dort, and then maybe I just go 5 to Alex Caruso. Run this 11-man rotation out there. This is kind of insane how like deep this roster is. Let's just make sure these guys get 30, and then we can do 36 to Shai. Actually, no, let's do 31 to the wings. Yeah, let's do that. So, are we 5-star balanced? Nah, 4.5, unfortunately. Let's see if we can top last year's win total. And for the second straight year, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander wins MVP with even like, I don't know, I guess his stats were better this year. I didn't realize how like underwhelming his stats were last year for an MVP, but the efficiency is so good. Cam Boozer is your rookie of the year, also your 6th man of the year. 1B deploy again. Dylan Harper, most improved, who we sent in that Evan Mobley trade, and Luka Doncic goes to the Kings, the team that passed up on him. So we don't get as many wins as we got last year, but 67 wins is still really good. We get somebody on all NBA first team. Shai, all defensive first team again. Mobley, all defensive second team again, and we're the 1 seed for the 3rd straight year. And this team is really good. I think I'm going to play the starting 5 outside of Paul George a little bit more in the playoffs though. So I think for this, we're going to go Shai, like it's obviously going to be that. I think Paul George is going to get like 28 minutes. He is 6 years old. So I'd like to go like a decent amount to J-Dub, Mobley, Chet, and Shai. I don't think I'm going to play Caruso. I think Dort should get minutes. I just don't know who to not play out of this group here. So I think I'm going to go like 10. I don't know, because Kaysen Wallace and Devin Carter are kind of like interchangeable. I think Dort and Hendricks give us our most upside here. So maybe I do something like this. I don't know. Maybe we go 17 to Dort as well. And then I got 6 more minutes to play with. Let's go 34 to these guys, and then we can go 36 to Shai. We're taking on the Memphis Grizzlies in round number 1 with Ja, Bane, Gigi Jackson, Jeremy Showen, and Triple J. All right, we'll see if we're able to beat them. I mean, still running Triple J at the 5 is kind of an advantage for us, in my opinion. And we beat them in 5 to take on the Houston Rockets. In round number 2, we had 3 20-point-per-game scorers in round 1 in Shai, J-Dub, and Paul George. His per 36 would look pretty good since he did all that in sub 30 minutes a night. Who shot 38% from the field? Was that? I don't know. So who was that? That was Chet Holmgren. Interesting, Chet. Okay. Taking on the Rockets here, who have a very fun team with Nolan Traore, Amen Thompson, Dylan Brooks, Jabari Smith, Şengün, Stephon Castle, Cam Whitmore, VJ Edgecombe, Zach LaVine off the bench. It's a pretty deep team. And can we go to the conference finals for the 3rd straight year? Yes, we can. We beat them in 5. Shea put up 29 and 10. There's Chet. There's J-Dub, Paul George, and Evan Mobley. So we're taking on the Kings again. They gave us a run for our money last year. They don't have De'Aaron Fox anymore, but they do have Luka Doncic, which is an upgrade. They also have Josh Giddey as well. They got Patrick Baldwin Jr. starting at the 4. They got Bronny James as well. We do win game 1, but I can totally see them beating us. Game 2 goes to the Thunder by 8. All right, let's go. Can we go up 3-0? All right, I thought they were going to give us our run for the money or run for our money, and we end up sweeping them, which I will obviously take. This Thunder team is still, like, they've probably been the easiest team to rebuild in 2K, just with all their assets and young players. I want to say since basically 2K20 after that Paul George trade. It's kind of insane. Who are we taking on in the finals? The Orlando Magic. Darren Peterson, Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Shout out to him. Real prospect in the 26 class. We win game number 1 in blowout fashion. Game number 2 goes to the Thunder. Oh, this is too easy. Game 3 goes to the Thunder. Are we going to go 16-2 in the playoffs? No, they win a game. We go 16-3, which is basically what the Boston Celtics just did in this past NBA season. And Shea gets another Finals MVP. I still can't believe Denver beat us a couple years ago, man. That was unreal. It really was. But hey, this team, top to bottom, so elite. And who knows what the Thunder are going to do this offseason, right? Could they somehow sign OG Anunoby? Could they bring back Paul George? Will they trade their 12th overall pick or just add a big man like a Nick Claxton or like Isaiah Hartenstein? So many different options, and this team could be very scary in just under a week's time. So yeah, that is gonna be for me. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, I would appreciate it if you drop a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about the Thunder's offseason ahead, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.